My officers have told me that after responding on a ShotSpotter call, the lady said, gee, the police responded while I was just picking up the phone to call them.
Well, I've been told personally, by the time I pick up the phone to dial, you guys and gals are already out here.
I don't have to worry about officers buying in anymore. They're coming to me to make sure that they have ShotSpotter.
Because we're seeing more things happening in our neighborhoods that aren't necessarily being reported, we can make better tactical decisions because now we're using 100% of the known knowledge in that area.
I'll tell you, when I see my officers being thanked when we go out into the community, a community that oftentimes is at odds with the police over many things, we've actually seen really positive relationships develop.
I don't think that folks see it as intrusive. They see it more as a helping hand in terms of helping the police be more aware and alert to if a gunfire incident occurs, something that helps them to be safer because police can respond to those incidents.
We do not have to rely on a phone call, a 911 call from someone in the neighborhood to know that shots were fired in a particular community.
We had very few people calling in on the shots because, quite frankly, they believed the police didn't care. Yeah, we knew about it, but we never showed up, which we did, but we always went to the scene, the last known scene of something happening.
We at District 2 and the Denver Police Department have a very robust response to every ShotSpotter alert or illegal gunfire detection system alert that comes in. And what we've done after that is really where it's imperative. I think we are starting to see people overwhelmingly support our responses to locations where it has been chronic or persistent, where we've had illegal gunfire, and then to actually support us when we identify potentially the people that were involved or a problem location.
The real-time intelligence that the officer on the street gets utilizing the mobile application, having it in the car or having it on their cell phone, they can immediately get the alert. Where we know just from the way our human processes with 911, it takes 3 to 4 to 6 minutes to get that information to our officer. With ShotSpotter, in under a minute from trigger time, we get the notification, and now we have the opportunity to get officers responding to those scenes.
We're able to have a better idea of how many times shots are fired in our community based on our ShotSpotter technology. And then address those concerns and direct those services to those areas that need it.
You can actually see, you can actually hear the audio of the gunfire. You got incidents that occur where you have shots being fired in rapid succession. I mean, that's great to know that going in, but it's also helpful when you're trying to prove a criminal case in court.
But the main thing is, to me, is it makes the officer safety more. That's the biggest key for me.
The other portion is what a lot of officers tend to brush aside, or a lot of administrators brush aside, is the component of the police officers actually collecting the evidence, dealing with the actual case investigation. And that has been huge in time saving and money saving.
This is a tool that we're going to be able to use to impact gun violence in our city, and it's been effective.
We've seen some great progress in terms of reducing incidents, in terms of helping with investigations, response time, life-saving, and of course giving our officers a tactical advantage when they're responding to these calls as they come in or as soon as we get alerts.
So what I can tell you is that in the areas of our city that are most challenged with gunfire, we're seeing actually an increase in the community reporting that type of crime, which is a good thing.
The residents see that our response is very robust, that we do care about the community, and there's reciprocity in that response.
The one thing I would tell other chiefs is that you can deal with gunfire smarter. When you have to respond to these incidents, which you do, you can respond smarter, which means that your cops can be safer, and then you can deal with the criminal component of this stuff, the crook catching component, smarter as well when it comes to prosecuting offenses.
It works. to me, that's the number one thing.
Throughout the country, you'll hear chiefs say that there's distrust. We in South Bend have not had distrust, but I can assure you we've had disconnect. And that disconnect is because we haven't been where we're supposed to be, and now we are where we should have been.